everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a tutorial on the Dirty Martini palette. I wanted to do this one last just because, I don't know, I just kind of gravitated to do the chocolate martini first, wine second, and then do this one last. So I will let you know my overall thoughts at the end of the video. I will include swatches as well in the video, that way you can see what they look like. I'll kind of put them in slow motion with no talking. And then of course, I'm kind of interested in getting the margarita palette, but I'm going to have to wait on that. But yes, it came like this, in this case. If you're not aware, they all come in these cases. Even the margarita one is like a bright pink one, but this one is really, really nice. I don't know why. This was the first one that kind of peaked when they were kind of leaking all of their collections, so I was really excited about that. Yes, so this is what it looks like. It is a martini glass, got an olive in it. Now, personally, I am not a martini drinker. I will drink a chocolate martini, but not a dirty martini. Not a big fan of that. I like, if I'm going to do a cocktail, I want more sweetness, more, how do you say, just a lot of, or chocolatey or coffee-like. So I'm not a fan of this, or like a Bloody Mary. I want to try Bloody Mary, but I don't think I'll like it. But anyways, you open it up. That's what it looks like. As you can see, I used it already. So that's what it looks like. Very olive green, gold. I like the color layout. I'm very impressed with how each palette has its own really good color story. So yes, this is the Dirty Martini. I will include swatches right before the tutorial, but let's go ahead and get into those. I hope you guys enjoyed my videos. This is the last one for the Cocktail Hour collection from Glamlite. Like I said, there's 3 of them total, and I'm going to bring them out right now because I put them away because I was like, you know what, I'm done with these, but I'm not. But yes, let me tell you my overall thoughts on the Dirty Martini palette. I was okay with it. I think the look that I came up with, I was just not happy about, I guess. I don't know. I will tell you, I think Garnish, this shade right here, I used to blend out very, what is it? Dry vermouth? I used it to, because I put this one all over the lid, but I started out with, this is why I don't start out with transition colors, because I tend to, if I do transition colors, they kind of tend to get muddy on my eyes. That's just the way it works. And I don't know why my eyes are just that way, so I basically start with the dark shade, then blend out. But I did it differently this time, and I think that's why I didn't like the way it blended out. There is no brow bone highlight in any of these, really, so I did have to pull, again, my Lancome single in Latte. I mean, I do like that one. It's not as intensely, like, pigmented, but what I liked about this one was the shimmers. There's way more shimmers in here than the other palettes, I feel. And the shimmers vary in olive color, citron colors, and then of course greens and golds. So I really did like the variety of shimmers in it. All of them seem like that creamy consistency. So it's like a cream consistency. So they're very hard to use with an angled or liner brush. That's what I tried to use to kind of add them here and there. I wanted to do a smoky eye, but I wanted to add like a really nice, like, kind of like line in the crease so you could kind of create like a little bit of a glow, a little bit of light there. And it worked really well. They were just really hard to kind of like line. These are not liner shadows, and sometimes I look for those in, look for that type in shadows as something to line, just because sometimes I like to add a little pop of sparkle, but these are very hard to work. These work better with a finger, so that I will tell you is very important. I only barely used a little bit of green olive. It's a really pretty color. It's a nice citron green, or, you know, lime green, so it works really well. I used On the Rocks to blend out my lower lash line, along with Extra Dirty, which is the brown olive shade, just to kind of add some depth. And then I tried to line a wing with Gin and, what was the other shade I used? Gin and High Class and Crisp. I kind of used these two and the bright green to kind of do a liner for there. It was quite hard to get that going. I did use just a splash in the inner portion of my line. I didn't get to use Chilled, which is almost like a brown bronze with a little bit of gold shift to it. So it's got a nice gold shift, but it is a creamy consistency. So honestly, it would have worked as a blush, really. But I think that's going to be too intense. I'm going to hide my makeup anyways because I wear a mask at work. But anyways, I will have to tell you, was not crazy about it. Why? I don't know. I think maybe just the method I'd used. Maybe that's what it was. So I'm just not sure. I like it, but I just don't love it. Like, I didn't have that wow factor like I did the wine palette. So Dirty Martini kind of disappoint me a little bit. But I think I will have to play with it, work with it, and just kind of really work with the colors and see what other looks I can come with. I know a halo eye would probably do really well. I just have to see how I can create that. I just didn't want to do another halo eye for this collection series, so that's why I decided to do something a little bit different. So let's go ahead and rank these guys on my favorite to least favorite. Finder, and my lips look great. This is a plumper. I have never used, I didn't even know Tarte carried a lip plumper, the Man-Eater lip plumper. This is the shade Buff. My lips feel great. And they look really nice. They look nice and plump, so I'm really, really digging this. I'm a very, like, I'm starting to get really addicted to lip plumpers just so that I can smooth out the lines of my lips, make it a little bit more softer. I have a lot of lines in my lips just because they're so full, but my lips are a little crooked, so I have to overdraw one side of my Cupid's bow and then even out the bottom lip. So, but I really like it. So if you haven't checked these out, I don't know, I'm assuming, because I used to work at Ulta, that Man-Eater lip plumpers are available only at Ulta. So check that out. I got it in my BoxyCharm, and I'm very, very impressed. I was like, ugh, not a Tarte product, because I'm not a huge fan of Tarte. And then I was like, oh, I actually really like it. Okay, never mind. Anyways, getting to the ranking. So my favorite out of all the three has to be the Wine palette. The Wine palette is just, I got so many compliments on my eyes. I hate purple. I hate the color purple. I really do. But this palette is unreal. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shimmers. So there's not a lot of shimmers, but there's really good shimmers in there. These two were kind of similar, but this one has blue sparkle. This one has more pink sparkle, a little touch of pink in that color. So I can make do with that. But I love that little pop right there of that kind of like silvery gold. But this is like my favorite palette. I think the most impressive shade has to be Fine Taste, which is this lavender shade here. I put it right like above, I think it was Magnum. I blend out this one with a purple shade, and I just put it on top, and it just like blended out really nicely, made a nice gradient effect. So this one does really, really nice. Absolutely love this palette. It's amazing. My second favorite is going to be the Chocolate Martini, because it is brown, it's simple, but it makes a nice sultry shade. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shimmers, but the browns are doable. I just wish it did have a brow bone highlight so I can kind of pull this palette from the collection rather than using an eyeshadow single. I would rather just pull it from one of the palettes, but I didn't understand this purple color because it's in the wine shade. It's fruity, and this one's called Happy Hour. They look very, very much the same. So I didn't understand that. I get you want to put a pop of color, but this one just didn't make sense. I like that there's 2 shades of gold, more antique gold and then more true yellow gold. Love this shade, but I think the most impressive shade had to have been Extra Lit, because that just made, because I did a halo eye with that one, just popping it on the middle of my lid worked so perfectly. And then I love using this one for a highlight. Absolutely love this palette. It's my second favorite. The only thing I can make do without is this stupid shade. And of course, lastly, sadly, I was hoping this would be my favorite because this is the first one I kind of got excited about, and that would be the Dirty Martini. I didn't like the way Garnish blend out. It was a little choppy, so I had to work with it a lot with Dirty Martini, which is that lighter olive shade, like almost celery green shade. I just didn't like that. They took forever to blend out. And I noticed that Mix It Up, the dark green, was very, very patchy. It's very powdery. So I think the method I chose to go with this had a part in that. Having to do more or less transition shades. I need to do more or less dark shades first, like I usually do. That's just the way I usually do it. But I just thought I'd try doing transition shades first, then put the dark colors. But I need to put my dark colors on, and I need a tackier base. I used the Viseart eyeshadow base to do my eyes today, but I think next time I'm going to use my Alamad one because it's a little bit more tacky, and I feel like the green the darker green will probably blend better, or actually not be as chalky and patchy. So this one was super patchy just because I used a different route. Now I will, if you want me to, I could do a take 2 on this one, because usually I want to do take 2s on palettes I'm not very impressed with, so I can give it a second chance, see if I like it. But I might try a different method. I might film it, I might not. I need to take kind of like a break from this Glamlite collection and do something else, because I do have a lot of things lined up on my plate right now. So honestly, I felt like this was just very lackluster. This wasn't what I really, really wanted in an eyeshadow palette. It was just not as well. Now, don't get me wrong, the shades are amazing. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 again, shimmers. Most of them were that creamy shimmer where you have to use your finger. So I couldn't use an angled brush to do it, to do the liner. So it was very, very difficult to line with Gin Crisp and High Class. It just didn't work out. I didn't get to use Chilled, but it's a real pretty color. I felt like On the Rocks did really well. In the crease, I just got a little heavy-handed on this eye than this eye, so I might have to even that out later. Extra Dirty was okay, but it's just too olive. I don't know. I felt kind of disappointed in that. I wish I could have used more of the olive green or green olive better. I'll just have to come up with a different look. I felt like this look just didn't work. I think the elements that I was going for was going to be successful if I did it my usual route instead of taking the old route I used to do using transition colors first. Dark colors are going to work. Yeah, dark colors are going to work. So that's going to be my dead last one. So I enjoyed doing this series. This was really, really fun. I am so in love with these palettes, even though I didn't quite enjoy Dirty Martini as much as I wanted to. Like I said, I'm going to probably do a take 2, maybe, I don't know, or I'll post it on my Instagram and then just kind of do it a different way. Let me know if you want me to explain this more later on. I don't know. I'm just kind of on the fence with this one. But yeah, I absolutely love the wine palette being my favorite. Do highly recommend. If you like neutrals, highly recommend. If you like olives, I do recommend. It's just, I think it's just, it was my issue that I had with it. Not necessarily it's a bad palette. It's more of like my issue of applying it. I have to do it the way I usually do it and not try anything different. So we're going to just stick to that. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this series of my Glamlite Happy Hour, or excuse me, is it Happy Hour? Yeah, Happy Hour collection. They just launched. Stay tuned. I do have a new Jeffree Star palette that I will be doing after this one. It might leak over into November. I don't know because I have a lot of things lined up. I might just post 3 videos a week in the month of October just because I have so much that I want to post. So thank you guys so much for watching this. I appreciate it. Please subscribe. And I've seen that there's some new subscribers. Welcome to my channel. I am very grateful that you subscribed. Please hang tight with me. This isn't my full-time job. I work retail, so it's just a lot harder for me to get to content as quick as everyone else. But let me know what other kind of content you would like. Stay tuned. Freaky Fridays are still a go. I will have, when this posts, I've already posted my newest ones that I actually just filmed. And then I will have another one that's more special effects one this week. So I will definitely do that for you. I will be posting 3 videos each week in the month of October, starting the 10th of the week of the 10th, all the way through the 31st of October. But yes, thank you guys so much. Hope you love my content. I hope you have enjoyed my channel, and let me know if you have any suggestions of other content you would like me to create. But stay tuned. I do have some unboxing videos as well. I know I'm keep going and going. I have like Freaky Fridays. I've got so many things coming up, so just please hang tight, and thank you so much. Like this video if you haven't, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.